Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel G-Man Aviation, and in today's video we will be oh, that's the streaming, but of course. So welcome back to this G-Man Aviation live stream. Here we are in Cabin Crew Simulator on Roblox. I talked about this game a while back in an actual video. So hold up, guys. Just checking some things here. It just seems like the stuff. Yeah, there you go. So we're good now, but still trying to figure out this different streaming thing. We are good. So yeah, here we are in Cabin Crew Simulator. I'm gonna turn back on our stream music. So tell me if it's too loud. Well, yeah, I'll try to figure it out. We're gonna get it much more quiet. Let me just reconfigure some things here now, and there we go. So you guys should be able to hear that nicely. And yeah, so this is Cabin Crew Simulator here in Roblox, as I said before. But in this game, as you can see right now, I have 70 or more flights in the game. So I'm able to go to the different places in the game, which includes this one, which is the lounge. So that's where I was right now. So we're heading on down to make a flight. And in this video, we're basically gonna do, I think, in this video again, I'm just so used to filming YouTube videos. So, but yeah, in this stream, I think the main thing we're going to be doing is checking out flights and emergencies. So, we're just going to we're going to start out with, I think, the ERJ 175. Or we can just also let's do the Dash 8. So, we're going to do the Dash 8, which has 24 passengers on it. We're going to fly from New York City to Los Angeles, and all of this can be selected here nicely. We're just going to instead use we're not going to use any flight attendants because we don't need them, but we're going to make a emergency. Now, I don't know which one we should do, if I should do a random one, or if I should just choose one. So, yeah, so I think we'll start out with a random one. So this can choose between any of the emergencies. So, now we're just going to head on down to our gate here. So if you don't know Cabin Crew Simulator, it's on Roblox. I showed a video earlier, and it is basically just showing off what Cabin Crew do in this game. So this game actually had a lot of new updates. So you can see here we have our plane nicely, and we can just see in the inside here. So yeah, they have a lot of new things. One being, you'll see in a second, this door is gonna open here, as you can see. And they actually now have galley people actually bring the galley. Or yeah, so you can close up the cockpit door, and we can. So yeah, as you can see, now they close the door, and there you go. And from last video, I've actually upgraded all of these seats to have nice new screens, and that's one nice thing about this game, is it's pretty good with the realism. And as you can see, so I put these in here, and if I look at the screen, it says welcome aboard Roblox Airways. That's just the airline name that I chose. I just typed in a random one. And you can see it actually shows the flight number, 3193 to New York City. And these are so realistic, it'll actually show you the safety video, which I think we'll do, maybe, just to show it off. So, once everyone gets on, there's still more. This is actually going to be a lot of people. I kind of forgot that there's this many people. And we have a random emergency, so as you can see, we can just close up the door.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain from the flight deck. Welcome aboard the flight. We're expecting a smooth ride today, so the seatbelt sign should remain off for most of the flight. Thanks for flying with us, and once again, welcome aboard.
So just to show, I'll turn it off in a second, but just to show you guys the realism of it, you can see that we actually have safety information on the screen, as you can see. You can hear that the thing goes up, but you can see the screens actually all have the safety video that's playing, which is really cool. So you can hear the audio from the plane, and then you can also see the video, which is really cool. So we're not gonna do the whole thing, but that's just really cool. So if I turn it off, it also even goes back to the main screen. So we're gonna just skip the taxi here. Yes, they have taxi animations. We're just going to skip them for right now, just to save some time on the rounds. So we're doing pretty good here. I'm gonna turn down the stream music a little bit, just in case. Turn it down a little bit more. There you go. Should be able to hear me a little better now, hopefully. And turn up the mic a little bit. So yeah, so this is just, we're waiting for, I do not know what we're waiting for actually. Oh wait, the galley's still not prepared? Wait, is there a rear galley? Oh no, there's a rear galley. Oh boy, that's funny. Okay, so I messed up, and that's why it's not taxiing or taking off yet, because the things aren't done yet, which I did not notice. So I had to put all of this in the galley. That's a part of the new update that did come out recently. As you can see, there we go. Now I can
Flight attendants, please be seated for takeoff.
So we're just gonna let it take off. We're just gonna go sit. There we go. So now we're gonna take off. Our arrival time is gonna be 6:05. But of course we can't. We won't make it to the destination because, or we might, but because of the emergency that'll happen. I guess my goal is gonna be just to make sure to save all the passengers and not have any passengers die. Or yeah, so hopefully that'll work. We're not gonna lose any passengers. We're going up into the clouds here, very nicely. Going up into the sky, and once we get up in the sky, I'll show you guys. It'll actually, their screens are gonna actually have different little like either memes or like pictures on them, and so I'll just show you a few of them. So this is one of them. It shows the in-flight menu that I have, and then this one is like, it just shows the pictures like this here. These are the memes here. So minions. Yeah, so it's really cool to kind of just see what they're looking at. Like,
ladies and gentlemen, this is your first officer from the flight deck. There's some weather nearby which may cause us to encounter severe turbulence over the next couple of minutes. At this time, we recommend that flight attendants get to their jump seats.
So I must also sit, but so we can turn on the seatbelt sign. As you can see, I've actually never had heavy turbulence before in this game. But so we're just gonna sit here for a few seconds, however long it needs, just so I don't get thrown out of the plane.
This is your first officer from the flight deck speaking. We seem to be through the worst of the turbulence. Sorry about how rough it got. The aircraft is perfectly fine now. Thank you for your cooperation and patience.
So yeah, I've never had severe turbulence before. But I guess that's new. So yeah, that's a new one. Again, like I said, that's not the emergency that we had. That was just a little thing that the game does in the beginning for stuff like that. And yeah, so for then you just start serving your passengers as normally, and then halfway through our emergency will happen. So whether that be depressurization, fire, because I don't know, because we hit the, oh yeah, I'll show you this one, but we hit the random button, which I've actually never clicked before. So we're gonna see how good, what emergency they chose for us. But yeah, so We're gonna just start serving all of them. This is the more boring part of this game, is the actual serving that you have to do, of course. So you can see we can give them their drinks, and then they ask for whatever they want. And like this one, the pasta, that's the fanciest one that this one has. So of course we're only doing economy for this flight, but there's also other planes in the game that show like different. So soon, actually, forget whatever I was saying. We're shortly will probably be having our emergency, unless it's the unconscious pilots one, because the unconscious pilots one, it waits until you're done with the serving. So we'll see. Unless also it could have also just been that turbulence. I could be wrong. I can't really tell, but we're gonna see. We have our croissant here. Just keep feeding them. So I think it's either the unconscious pilots one, or it was the turbulence, or we get nothing and it was just kind of weird that it was random, but I can't really tell. So, oh, what do you want? I swear she said guava juice. Oh, orange juice. See, my brain didn't look. So we're gonna see if it's unconscious pilots. Oh, it might just be.
This is your captain from the flight deck. We have started our initial descent and will be landing soon. Thanks for flying with us, and we hope to see you again soon.
Then we can take her trash right out of her hands. So I think it's either. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the random also has a chance of not making an emergency, which wouldn't be good, because then it would just be a boring flight that we just did. But it seems normally here that we're just kind of, yeah, so I think that was it, because there's no emergency after this. So I guess there was no emergency on this flight, so we're gonna have to see if there's another way to do it. We're just probably gonna have to just choose. Alright, so yeah. So there's no emergency on this flight in particular. But yeah, so we're just gonna land in our I'm forgetting the name of this plane. So, but yeah, so this is just what a normal cabin crew flight would look like, and normal in that way of looking. And so here we are. We are coming into land. We'll see how good our landing is. It might not be good at all, but we'll see. Oh, there you go. So it wasn't that bad of landing. I've had worse landings in the game before, so hopefully that one wasn't too bad of one. And we came in just as the sun was starting to rise. So we did just miss our arrival time, so we are late. So since that one had no emergency, we're gonna have to see how the next one will handle it, see if it's better. But here we are pulling up the runway. You can also skip taxi here too. I'll show them off a little later in the video. I mean in the stream. I keep saying video. But yeah, so here we are at New York City. We're just going to wait until they lower the jetway. And the one thing that I've seen a lot is it's mainly this part that's the slowest, because you have to wait for it to open the door, and then there. And now I can just go through the entire cabin and do that. That's the best part. There you go. Whoops. Oh, there you go. So now we can leave. So yeah, so as you can see, there's no in-flight emergency, which was interesting. That wasn't supposed to happen. It was actually supposed to have an in-flight emergency, but. So here we come. We're gonna head back to the main arrival area and see if we can make a better one. So I think what I can also do is we can make another thing. So we're gonna pause the stream. Well, not pause it, but we're just gonna. So I'll be right back to showing you guys what we'll do next. But hold on for just 1 second. So here we are back in the stream here. We're just setting some stuff up. But so here, since the last one didn't work, for a more random thing, we're just gonna choose between the wheel. So we're on the wheel right now. We're just gonna spin. As you can see, we're spinning it. We're gonna see where it lands, and then we'll just do whatever emergency that is. So we're gonna do the unconscious pilot's emergency. It's very happy about that. So now that that's done, we're just gonna get back into the, there we go. So now with the, we're gonna choose unconscious pilots, and now we're heading to our flight. So in this video, in this plane that I chose this time is gonna be smaller. So here we come, and always the pilots always say, like, hopefully we don't have any emergencies on the flight, because they know that we have an emergency. But yeah, they're actually gonna pass out, so that's not gonna be good. So I'm gonna start back up the stream music here, just to get it back in the background. And just, we had it low, because, there you go. So we are good now, so we can start the boarding. As you can see, we are boarding the plane. So this time, I need to actually do the galley prepared thing. instead of waiting on that. So, and if you actually walk out of the plane when the like thing closes, it actually just teleports you back to the plane. That's the one thing that I always try. So, of course, in this one right here, it's a much smaller plane. But in this, if you don't know, oh no. So if you don't know what these people are here in.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain from the flight deck. Welcome aboard the flight. We're expecting a smooth ride today, so the seatbelt sign should remain off for most of the flight. Thanks for flying with us, and once again, welcome aboard.
That is usually they're happy and really excited to be on the plane, but the only problem about this one is we're gonna have an emergency, and having an emergency is really hard to.
Flight attendants, please be seated for takeoff.
It's just really hard. Like they get really mad and scared, and then they say like never fly my airline. So sadly, that will happen after. And so we're currently waiting for another plane over here to land, and yeah, we're gonna be just waiting here. Here we're waiting for this. I'm gonna hold just for 1 second. Sorry about that. We were just making sure there was a good enough stream connection here. We're good now. But here we are in our plane. We are ready
captain from the flight deck. We have reached our cruising altitude. The flight attendants should start their in-flight service shortly.
All of this.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
After, with the unconscious pilot's emergency. So yeah, sadly, our influencer here will not be too happy about our airline after a little bit. He will be actually very mad because of the emergency. Even though the unconscious pilot's emergency isn't even the worst one, because there's other emergencies that are like crash landing and like other ones like that. So yeah, this will give me this stream right here is gonna give me a lot of bad ratings on my airline, just because of the amount of emergencies that we're gonna do. But that's totally fine. It's better to do it like this. Actually test the emergencies and show what the thing looks like, and just show how the game works. So here's, we have to do this, and then like I said, the unconscious pilot's emergency is after you serve all of them and pick up all the trash, and then they pass out. So that's when there is the problem. So here we are. We're just gonna let the thing happen. It might be before we pick up the trash, or it might be after. I can't really remember.
This is your captain from the flight deck. We have started our initial descent and will be landing soon. Thanks for flying with us, and we hope to see you again soon.
So yeah, we have to pick up the trash first, and then something happens. So there will probably be a jump scare. Oh, that's really interesting. So it says he's already mad right now, which is really interesting because the airline emergency hasn't happened. See, look. He says, just wow, Roblox Airways is the worst airline, and that's because he thinks it's in emergency mode right now, but it's not. The game is actually still in its normal state. He's just really mad because... There. So now we've actually started our emergency thing, so they actually need to fix that. See, look, so now... I mean, this isn't bad. I don't understand why they freak out so much. It's like... We could be crashing in the ocean right now, and they don't really care. So, we can't get the pilots back. So they're okay now. So yeah, now I get to land the plane. If you didn't know, I showed this off in the video. Now I get to land our plane. So here we go. So I'm gonna close this up. I'm just gonna sit. So now we have our decision between. So I think we're gonna use. We're definitely gonna use. I'm definitely gonna use the keyboard better, because then we can actually land better. Oh shoot, we are totally off center line. Oh boy, are we landing in the grass? Oh boy. Okay, so this was that was an awful landing. That was mainly because I accidentally messed up with the keyboard and accidentally hit it before the after the mouse was hit. So we're gonna see how this goes. We have currently landed. Seems pretty good. So yeah, that was a really bad landing. Here's the score that it calculates here. It says bad landing. We are awful in the smoothness and awful in the touchdown zone. So, and also then we also get the guy does not like it when you do that. So I'm gonna go and just see this guy. Are you okay, sir? Are you okay? I don't think he's okay. He's just been. See, look, it's not safe. Okay. Well, the thing is, this could always happen, you know. It's not the airline's problem if there's an emergency. Unless, of course, the plane is not well maintained. Yeah, I was very scared on board. That's all he said. So, like, not even the worst review ever. That's actually, I got a lot of money from that. That's actually not bad. So, I don't actually remember where I flew to. I was so confused. So, let's get back to our wheel here. We can choose what the next thing is. So here we can just hit done. We're gonna hide the unconscious pilot's choice now. So, we're gonna spin the wheel again. Here it is. Here it goes. Let's see. What's our next emergency? Okay, we're gonna have the cabin fire, which I don't know if I've actually ever done that one. So now that we've done here we have the cabin fire now. And we are gonna go back to the pedestal as last time. Same thing, basically, where you just go back to the spawn flight thing, and we just go in and fix all of that. So we're back at Robloxia, the kind of fake airport that they have in the game. But yeah, so as you can see, we are here. We're finally back. So we're gonna do it in the same plane, I think, but this time there's gonna be a fire. We're gonna head to Seattle this time, just to show off some of the different airports. Now, when we're able to select the emergency, we're gonna do cabin fire. So now, there is of course gonna be another emergency on our plane, and it's gonna be the cabin fire this time. That's gonna be hurting us the most, which is gonna be making my airline more and more low rating. So yeah, here we are. We're coming. I'm gonna go over here to this beautiful spot. We're at the farthest gate from the actual airport. So here we are. We're on the plane, or in the jetway. So I'll actually show you what happens if I try to stay in the cook thing. So we can actually come in here and we can hang out. And also I've been trying to escape out of here, but you can't really. So we can actually stay in here until it closes. But then the second it releases, we fall down and it automatically puts us back in the plane, which is sad. But it is a pretty cool, it's a cool feature that you can see that, and you can also see the. So that's actually, you can also show off the, actually, yeah, so you can actually show off the So if I hold this down, I actually have all of our stuff. So this is for the safety demonstration. So I have our seatbelt closed, seatbelt fastens, and then I have our oxygen mask on our life jacket. So that's actually
Hello,
really cool.
ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain from the flight deck. Welcome aboard the flight.
There
We're expecting a smooth ride today, so the seatbelt sign should remain off for most of the flight. Thanks for flying with us, and once again, welcome aboard.
How far a taxi would be? It would be far, so we sadly can't do a taxi. I want to do it once in this stream just to show the nice taxi animations that they do have, but it's just because it would take a longer amount of time to do that than to show.
Flight attendants, please be seated for takeoff.
We're finally getting out of here, and we're gonna have the cabin fire. So this one, like I said earlier in the stream, it'll happen when I serve half the passengers. So once I serve half the passengers, a fire will start, and I'll have to put it out with our fire extinguisher, and we'll be able to come back in for landing. And luckily we have no fake YouTubers on board, so we don't get yelled at by them because the airline is dangerous. But we're flying up here. Takes a little bit. So we have hit our cruising altitude.
This is your captain from the flight deck. We have reached our cruising altitude. The flight attendant should start their in-flight service shortly. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
And yeah, so you said to serve them.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your first officer from the flight deck. We've been told by air traffic control to expect some moderate turbulence up ahead. We'll try our best to give you a smooth ride, but expect some bumps over the next couple of minutes.
I wonder how that'll affect the emergency. If I'll have to put out the firewall. So we have this guy wants orange juice, cookies. There we go. So
this is your captain speaking. We have a fire in the cabin. Flight attendants, use your fire extinguishers to put the fire out.
Oh my god, we just lost passengers. Oh my god. It spread so quickly. Oh my god, how am I supposed to help? Oh my god. It does not stop spreading. What do I do? Oh my god, this is the worst. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose all my passengers. No. How am I supposed to do this fast enough? There's okay. I think it's finally out. It is. We lost 2 passengers.
This is your captain from the flight deck. We have started our initial descent and will be landing soon. Thanks for flying with us, and we hope to see you again soon.
It apparently seems like we lost the 2 back people sitting here. So remember the 2 people sitting in the back 2 seats? Those 2 have not made it.
Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
It also seems like 1 person up front. So sadly that means my airline will get a even lower score than it already does, but let's see. Coming to land here. We did lose some passengers this time, so it'll definitely reduce the amount of in-game cash that we get. So let's see here. Here we are, we're coming in for landing. See if the pilots can make a butter landing. No, they can never. Pilots in this game can never make butter landings. They're really bad at it, so unless you have a really good pilot. So here we are at the end of the runway. Gotta turn off here. There we go. Nicely. And here we are. So this one wasn't as bad as they can be, but still pretty bad. The next one will probably either, there's going to be a few more. We still have, we're doing all the emergencies in this stream, and that'll probably be the last thing we'll do. But definitely, here we are. We can now open up the door, and we can open all of the, so I think, yeah, the 2 suitcases that were these guys's will not make it off because nobody can pick them up. So, oh, wow, yeah, so you can see we have a 0 safety rating score. And we have an in-flight emergency, and then passengers lost was 5. So we lost 5 passengers from that flight. So I definitely want to see how that affects my overall, like, airline score that they give you in the, like, end of it. Definitely want to see that. So here we are back at the front. This is, we are in Seattle now. So let's just, we're gonna bring back our wheel spinner so we can hide this one. So now we have water landing, crash landing, or depressurization. So you can see which one we're gonna get here in the wheel. It seems like it's gonna be crash landing. So we get to actually crash land this plane. So that's nice. That's of course just great. So wait, let's see. I actually want to see how. Oh, I was trying to see how our airline was, how bad it was. We're gonna go back to Robloxia now. But instead of making it to Robloxia, we will land in. So we're going to be doing a crash landing. So here we are. Let's go and do the crash landing. We're the only departure out of Seattle, and it'll be a. It'll definitely be a bad arrival because we'll land. So again, the thing is, the way the game works with the crash landing is the plane blows up. So I have to evacuate all the passengers and pilots by the time the plane blows up. So there will be like passengers down here that will be like, or passengers anywhere really, that will just be standing there waiting for like just waiting for me to come and tell them to evacuate. Some will automatically evacuate, but some won't. So we have to do that. So here we'll close up the door. Weirdly, like the front 2 seats here, they don't have TVs, but like if I come all the way to the back, which I just noticed, in this plane at least, there's no seat here, but they have TVs in the back. It's like, take off these TVs and put them in the front.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So this is your captain from the flight deck. Welcome aboard the flight. We're expecting a smooth ride today, so the seatbelt sign should remain off for most of the flight. Thanks for flying with us, and once again, welcome aboard.
So we're going to have them fasten their seatbelts. Definitely want that. Oh yeah, I also have to tell them to brace. That's another part of the emergency, so we'll see if we can taxi the one, which we can. So this is actually the one I can show you. So we will play the safety video while I do it, so we can just see it.
Now we request your full attention to the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features on board of this aircraft.
Here's the safety
the seatbelts
information
are
video.
illuminated. You must fasten your
So
seatbelt,
we are
insert the metal
pushing
fittings
back
one
from
into the other, and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle.
I've actually
We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as you may experience turbulence.
The other ones I was
There
skipping.
are several emergency
But
exits on
this
this
one,
aircraft.
I just
Please
said
take
go,
a few
so
moments
we
now
can
to
watch
locate
the
your
animation
nearest
and see
exit.
how nice it
In
is.
some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you.
So yeah,
If
here.
we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor level lighting will
Here's
guide you
the
towards the
safety
exit.
video.
Doors can be opened by moving the handle in the direction of the arrow. Each door is equipped with an inflatable slide,
So
which
that's
enables
not going to be
swimming
us.
attached
That'll
to
be
users
us
alive
either
farm.
next time or
Oxygen
next
and the air
time.
pressure are always being
So-
monitored in the event of a
And there's actually nice.
decompression
You can
event.
also see the
An
screens are
oxygen mask
actually
will
shown.
automatically appear in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you, place it firmly over your nose and mouth, and secure the elastic band behind your head and breathe normally. Although the bag does not
So yeah,
inflate,
that'll also be
oxygen is
either
flowing
the
to
next
your
one
mask.
or the
If you are
one after
traveling
that.
with a child or
because
someone who
there's
requires
like 2 more
assistance,
left.
secure your mask on first
So-
and then assist the other person. Keep your mask on until a uniformed crew member advises you to remove it. In the event of an emergency, please assume the bracing
So yeah,
position.
we're
Lean
at the
forward
show
with your
how to
hands
brace,
on top of
see?
your head and your elbows
So I'll
against
show
your
you,
thighs.
yeah, so that's what it looks
Ensure
like in
your
the
feet
game.
are flat on the
When
floor.
we'll do it, it'll
A
actually
life
look
vest
like
is
it's
located
bracing.
in the pouch under your
So-
seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head,
We won't need
pass
that
the straps
now
around
because
your
we're
waist
not
and adjust
landing
the
in the
front.
water.
To inflate the vest, pull
So-
firmly on the red cord only when leaving the aircraft.
Flight attendants,
If you
please
need to
be seated
refill
for
the vest,
takeoff.
blow into the mouthpieces. Use the whistle and
So
light to
we're
attract
taking
attention if required. Also, your seat bottom cushion can be used as a flotation
So yeah, the
device.
safety
Pull
video will
the
actually
cushion from the seat
continue
and slip.
until we get up. So now it actually ended, which is actually really interesting. I've never seen that before. It didn't actually end the video. It just cut once we took off. The screens went back to normal. I wonder why, because I set it to be on. And if I set it right now, you can actually see I can set it while we're in the air. See?
Now we request your
It restarts the thing. The other unrealistic thing about that, about the safety information, if it, whatever one it is, if it's the video or even just the sound, it's just, they say there's 7 emergency exits on this aircraft, and they say it for all of them. So like this one, there is 5 emergency exits, 2 wing exits that don't open yet, so we'll see if they can ever add that. But these 2
This is
exits
your captain
do
from
open.
the flight deck. We have
So-
reached our cruising altitude. Flight
This
attendants
door
should
and
start
this
their
door will
in-flight service
open when I
shortly.
land.
Sit back, relax, and
But the
enjoy
thing is
the
that I
flight.
found out, the more doors you open, the less time you have.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your first officer from the flight deck. It looks like we're going to experience some light turbulence for the next couple of minutes. At this time, please ensure your seatbelt is fastened. Thank you.
We're gonna put our nut. He wants the nut mix, and oh, there's that. He wants the Pepsi. Ooh. Also, already.
This is your captain
made half of the
speaking. We have
thing. I was
experienced
actually
an
not
issue with
expecting
the
that.
aircraft,
It
and we are
kinda
going
scared
to
me.
make a controlled
So-
crash landing immediately.
So now
Flight
we're already
attendants, quickly
crashing.
make sure everyone is in the brace position.
So now I have to tell them to brace. So brace, brace, brace. Well, they're all being dumb. Brace, 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 brace. Okay. Now, yeah. So actually, the screens turn off. Okay. We get to land now. So as you can see, we have a double engine fire. Now this can happen because of like a bird strike or some just like a weird failure of the engine that makes it just fail like this. So we'll see how this goes, if we'll make it. So of course it is controlled crash landing, so we will have the landing gear, and we are actually gonna land on a runway. It doesn't actually
Brace,
seem
brace,
like
brace.
it, but so there's our landing. The second they say evacuate, evacuate, I can.
This is your captain speaking. The aircraft has landed but is on fire and may explode. Flight
Evacuate,
attendants, open
evacuate,
the boarding door
evacuate.
and evacuate all the passengers as quickly as possible.
Okay, so I can evacuate everyone. I can jump out myself. Oh, there's one more. No! It was that one passenger. We only had one passenger that happened, so we're gonna just be teleported to our destination. But yeah, sadly, that's what happened. I was actually trying not to. So we only lost one passenger, and that was the passenger that decided to stay back in the emergency, which you never do. Don't do that, by the way. Don't like evacuate once they say evacuate. So my safety rating actually hasn't gone down overall, which isn't bad. So, yeah, so let's pull out the wheel again. We're already ready to do it again, because that was actually a really short one because of the, oops, I showed you the stream. There we go, now we want this. So, we have water landing and depressurization. Now, there's only 2 options. We can see which one will be. Let's see. So, oh, it's just by a little bit. It's the water landing. So we get to do another one of the fun landings, as they do. So we are going to do it in the same plane again. So we're gonna do to New York City. No, we'll actually go to Los Angeles. This is the only one I haven't shown yet. So we're gonna head to Los Angeles, and this time we are going to do a water landing. And again, fingers crossed, we have to make sure that all of them evacuate, because the one that we're gonna do this time is actually, it's gonna be sinking. It's not gonna be exploding, it's gonna be sinking. So it'll be sinking, and that will not be fun. So we have to head over to gate number 9. And yeah, so let's see how this flight will go. Like the last time, I think it's gonna be really short because of I don't have to serve all the passengers. It's only really half, and since this plane is already so small with its, like, just by the way it is, we have much less passengers to serve before the thing actually happens. So, see, here they are. They're gonna put in our galley stuff. Here are our pilots. So, I did really good. I literally, on the last one, I was so close. We just had to evacuate that one passenger that I didn't notice that was just sitting there, because the reason I knew is because with Cabin Crew Simulator, the pilots don't actually evacuate the plane until all the passengers are out. So I realized once I noticed that the pilots weren't there, I knew there was one person still on the plane, so I had to run in, and sadly by the time I got it, it didn't make it. And we were so close though, because I evacuated everyone. I had both the doors open. So it'll basically be about the same time. So I'll have both the doors open. On this one, everyone has to get in their raft, and then I get to do it I get my own raft with the pilots. So we have our person sit upright.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain from the flight deck. Welcome aboard the flight. We're expecting a smooth ride today, so the seatbelt sign should remain off for most of the flight.
Smooth flight.
Thanks for flying with us, and once again, welcome aboard.
And yes, I know from where fake airport Robloxia is.
Flight attendants, please be seated for takeoff.
There is no water there, so we're technically like not landing in the ocean or anything like that. We're really just gonna, I don't know, we're gonna just pretend like we're landing in a lake. Cause that's the only thing we have. It only looks like a big body of water, but going from where this is in California to Los Angeles, it really wouldn't cross any part of water, so. But of course, this is just for the fun of the emergency. Here we are, we're going up in our plane again. So we have reached our cruising altitude.
This is your captain from the flight deck. We have reached our cruising altitude. The flight attendant should start their in-flight service shortly. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
See, it is like currently about 5 o'clock here as of streaming. So, shortly, I think I'm gonna get jump scared again. It's gonna just really shortly, it's gonna, I think after this passenger, we're gonna go into the ocean. we still have maybe 2 more. There are more passengers on this flight. Muffin. Coca-Cola. There you go. Alright, so there's the
This is your captain speaking. We are going to make a water landing. Flight attendants, make sure all passengers are wearing a life vest.
Has their life jacket on. Put on your life jacket, guys. Life jacket. Okay. So now that everyone has their life jacket on, I don't even know if I get a life jacket. I'm just gonna steal the life jacket from oh, I can. Okay. Well, I guess they don't care about their flight attendants because they didn't give me a life jacket. So as you can see, all the other passengers have a life jacket, but not me, sadly. So weirdly, the screens are still on, unlike the other one. But I guess this one is much less of a. Oh, we actually do a belly landing. I forgot about that.
Brace,
so
brace, brace.
We're just gonna skid on the water. And I just get to slide, and then okay.
This is your captain speaking. Evacuate the cabin. The plane is starting to sink. Flight attendants, make sure all passengers get on a life raft before you leave the aircraft.
Everyone is good. Hey guys, we're ready. So now we have to wait for our crew life raft. There we go. So we were totally fine on that one. That emergency was actually probably the best one. As we can see our plane sink in the distance. Alright, so we actually lost 0 passengers, earned almost all the money that we usually get, which is surprising. So we're back here in the airport. So our last one, of course, is going to be our depressurization. There's no point in spinning the wheel, but you know, just because we can, we'll just spin it. There's nothing really left on here, because it's all just depressurization. So, whoa, what a surprise. It's the depressurization. So, there you go. So, that's just the rest of the normal wheel. So, now we're just going to do basically the same flight, but we're going to go back to Robloxia, where we started everything. And, yeah, so we're going to, yep, there you go. And we want to do the depressurization. So that's what we'll do in this flight. So here we're gonna walk to our gate and see what happens. It's a really long walk to our gate over here. Got a long way. So yeah, here we are. We're getting in the plane right now, and we're just gonna see how that goes. There we go. Now I can finally put this all away. Boom. Oh my god, I almost just shut the other highlight. So one realistic thing, well, you have the PA, which is actually really interesting. So if I like go into Roblox chat and I type welcome on board, it will announce that. As you can see, it's on my plane. It says welcome on board.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain from the flight deck. Welcome aboard the flight. We're expecting a smooth ride today, so the seatbelt sign should remain off for most of the flight. Thanks for flying with us, and once again, welcome aboard.
So, bad news. We have another influencer. So, yeah, she's gonna get mad again. Because we're landing. Oh no, she's just gonna get mad for a little bit because we're gonna be. I mean, it's just a depressurization.
Flight attendants,
and then after,
please be seated for
she'll
takeoff.
be fine. So you know, it's not that bad. Just as long as you put on your oxygen mask. So here we go for takeoff again. waiting to take off here. We're flying off. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Perfect. So we're now going to go up to our cruising altitude. Just wait. Alrighty, so here we are. We can now.
This is your captain from the flight deck.
Altitude,
We have reached our cruising altitude. The flight attendant should start their in-flight service shortly.
So yeah,
Sit back,
sadly,
relax,
what
and
usually
enjoy the
happens
flight.
with these, so my airline is for some reason
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your first officer from the flight deck. We've been told by air traffic control to expect some moderate turbulence up ahead.
Mine is like an
We'll try our
influencer,
best to give you a smooth
magnet,
ride, but
because
expect
for some
some bumps
reason,
over the next couple of
It's
minutes.
constantly, my airline's constantly getting YouTubers on them. So now there's our emergency.
This is your captain speaking.
We're just gonna do
We have
this.
experienced a cabin
Do
depressurization.
that.
Flight attendants, make sure all passengers have their oxygen masks on and do it quickly.
Everybody's good. Y'all are good. Now, while there's turbulence, that probably didn't help.
This is your captain from the flight deck. We have started our
And then they
initial
don't care,
descent
so.
and will be landing soon.
So then
Thanks
look,
for flying
I
with
love
us.
Roblox
We hope to
areas.
see you again
It's
soon.
too good. I fly them every time. So like, if you saw, probably if you looked back, if you were watching this after, you can see
Flight attendants, please
that
prepare the cabin
she
for arrival.
started yelling about my airline, and then after the emergency was over, they were fine. So here we go. We're literally landing while it's still turbulent. I don't know why. There you go. So, but yeah, so this is since it's our last emergency, this is gonna be the last emergency of the stream. Yes, I've been streaming for about an hour now, so this is a good stream. I'm working with a new streaming service thing now, where we have Streamlabs. So this is different. When I usually use OBS, I'm actually using Streamlabs only for streaming now, not for any recording. That'll still be going through OBS. But yeah, so that's how you can hear the stream music in the background. That's all nice because of Streamlabs. So hopefully the stream music was not too loud. I can't really tell because I don't have it playing. I just have it playing into the stream. So hopefully you can hear me pretty well through this through the stream. But yeah, so hopefully that goes good. I'll definitely make sure to check after. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the Streamlabs stream. It's probably what I'll do most often for streaming. Use this one, and then of course just use OBS for recording. So yeah, so definitely thank you guys for watching the stream, and hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully there was no problems with it. But yeah, so we're gonna let all of our passengers go here and see what the influencer gave us. We'll see. So I do not feel safe on board, but everything else was fine, and she didn't really complain. I don't understand why our safety is worse. I guess it's because of the landing, but you know, that actually gave us a ton of money. Jeez, wow. So yeah, thank you all for watching this stream. Here we are back at our starting airport where we started it all, at the Robloxia. So yeah, thank you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream, and yeah, have a great rest of your day.